got a conditional use permit for the...
Okay, your mics are on. They're on.
Hello? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Worked.
Okay, it's August 9th, 2021, and I'll call this meeting of the Proctor Public Utilities Commission to order. Roll call.
Carol Lind.
Here.
Phil Larson.
Here.
Jennifer Katie. Here.
Approval of the agenda.
I'll move the agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approval of the minutes of July 12th, 2021.
I'll move to approve the minutes.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Approval of payrolls ending July 18th and August 1st.
So we, with our new system,
You don't
we're still
have-
working on a few reporting things,
Do you?
pulling reports. So I don't have those payrolls this time. We'll have to have them next time.
Yeah, we'll approve them next time. That's fine, sure. All right. Delinquent accounts, how are they coming?
Good. We moved over all of those accounts, those old finals. But again, it's more reporting issues. We've been in like today was a full day of training again.
Yeah.
So we didn't get out of that till almost 4:30. And so we don't have all the reports that we need quite yet. So that'll be another one of them we got to get. We don't have the delinquent accounts list in the new Cassell system.
I really want to thank you for working on that, because I know we've been trying to do that forever, and I just think once they're put aside so they're not noticed in the current year.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are so old. Thanks for doing that, Shar.
Yeah, so.
And I know you're working hard to get up to this system, so I'm not expecting.
Yeah, I was surprised, and even Leslie with the financials, the June income statements, that we just pushed that out right at the end of the day here too, trying to get some of these reports created from the new system.
Okay.
It's going good, but it's a long process.
Okay, 1A, old water maintenance contractor update.
Yeah, so Pat is, he's doing some outside stuff right now, working on the hydrants, getting those ready for winterizing, still waiting on, the maintenance contractor. Nothing for, nothing from our contractor.
Okay.
Nothing from we haven't had any, I don't think we've had any work there for a while, which is good. No water
That's
breaks,
great.
no nothing.
What about those 2 new lines on new business?
The freezing service, so I just attached something from, I just gave you that, from just an update from SEH on where they're at, and that Tyler did meet with Pat to kind of get a better idea of what would be needed there to save some cost, because it was kind of the information that I provided last time was like a worst case scenario.
Right.
And so this was just trying to narrow that down a little bit better. And so he's working on drawing up the plans, but he said he wouldn't have them ready for the meeting. But he just kind of gave us an update on, like reusing the existing curb stops and lower if possible. So just kind of revamping those plans a little bit before we put them out to get bids on them.
And Shar, he's still thinking that we can do that work before winter?
Yes.
Okay.
How about the patches? The one in particular is the one down in front of the car shop.
Yeah, and I thought those were through Senate, but it was actually KTM who had the bid, and that did all of our work except for that one in front of the auto body shop. So I did reach out to the contractor, haven't heard back from him yet, to let them know that we've got that one plus an additional one up the road. So is that what you're talking about, Phil?
Yeah.
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 And that
Yeah,
was
so
still part of that bid?
The one in front of the auto body shop, that was part of the bid, because we only paid like 75% of the bid, the estimate, because that wasn't completed yet, so.
Okay.
I know Pat had talked about it's dry there now, and it should be good.
Yeah.
And he was just worried that if it, we get a heavy, heavy rain, maybe it would buckle or something. I'm just like, we can't,
Right.
you just got to do
Right.
it. And if there's drainage issues, that's not,
There's one
we've
more
had-
spot of concern, and I know it's on their side of the meter, but there's a leak up at the Fairgrounds. And
yeah.
it's the one going to the new school building up there.
Are you talking about the arena? The old arena?
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's been leaking for over a year now.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I gotta check into that one, because I thought when we were talking about it, I thought it was the one that was out in front of the Speedway. And they did that one out in the middle of the parking lot
Oh,
there.
this is right near Boundary
Okay.
Avenue as you go into the gate. You can see it there, there's always a puddle there. As you
Yeah.
go into the gate, if you're looking at the puck, or the Paha building,
Yep, yep,
just to the left about maybe 40 feet in front of the building.
yeah.
And it runs under the fence there, and then it heads north on 9th Street in that ditch there.
Okay.
Tell the grass is long.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll have to look into that one and find out from the school, because I believe that's their dig that they have to do. Good thing is we're getting it on our main meter out on 9th Street, so it's being metered, that
Right.
break, but still it should be done if,
it should be done.
yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if the school's even aware.
Can you just have?
No, I know they are, because
Okay.
Steve was well aware of that. When that first came, they said, they had people in the building, can we just let it run until we get it fixed? So
Yeah, well, now would be
I
the
didn't
time.
realize that it was not
Yeah.
fixed yet. Yeah,
So you're going to have Pat
I'll
look
talk
at
to
it again and then talk to Steve?
yeah, talk to Steve, yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. Anything else on Pat's issues?
No, we're still working on some meter reading, trying to work out some bugs. We had Core & Main here, who's our meter supplier, and they deal with Census, our meter reading software supplier. We had them here when we did the switch over to Cassell, the Civic Systems software, and still working out the bugs. So we're hoping next month or this month, when we have to get the readings out again in a few weeks, that things will be better. We'll have to see under the new system. They did some different settings, so that's been kind of a pain, and he's having to do extra readings because of it. So that, and like I said, he's working on hydrants, doing some outside work. And yeah, the greasing, the winterizing, trying to get all that stuff, making sure that they turn. Also been keeping in contact with Superior Water and Light, and I think it was Jerry up there Jerry from SEH regarding the pump house. We still haven't heard anything on that. That'll be down in our next section.
What was the concerns of Jerry?
Oh, just wondering when they're going to be cutting in those new lines, because we've got so we still haven't gotten I think it says right in the attachment here that we're still waiting on a timeline from the contractor. So,
Well, they had given us one, but they were already behind, right?
yeah. And I'm sure that's why they don't want to set anything in stone, because in our contract, they will be penalized for not meeting deadlines. So,
Right.
I don't know.
Okay, well, now we have our commission terms, that's 3B. And Bill wants to enjoy himself and not have to come to all these meetings anymore.
Like you have somewhere better to be, Phil.
And I see we did have an application from Eric Bingaman, and he's a nice guy. I don't see why we don't make a recommendation. And I'll start that. I need a motion to make a recommendation to the city council to accept Eric Bingaman's application.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And thank you, Phil.
Yes, thank you, Phil.
It's
Thanks,
been
Phil.
great. It's been really
How
good
many
working
years
with you
total?
guys.
Has it been 9 or something?
9, I think it
Yeah, I
has
bet
been,
it
yeah.
has. At least.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And
Yeah.
I think I took, Mick, was it Mick?
Oh, was it Max?
I think they took Mick's position.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mick and, I think Tom went first, didn't he? Tom
I
Vanessi?
think he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been longer than 9 years then.
Yeah.
It's been longer than 9 years. you've
Well,
been-
time
you've been at
flies,
it.
you know?
Because Mick was here longer than 9 years ago.
Or did Tom
How does
stay
it
on?
been that long? Mick,
Yeah.
Vanesti,
Yeah,
and then,
Bill?
Bill
Bill
Sweeney.
The Bill Sweeney, yeah.
oh, Bill Sweeney, yeah.
That was mine.
Even
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
that, there was, older guy, looked like an old cowboy. It'll come to me. Just
Yeah, I'm
wait
trying
10
to think,
minutes.
I'm trying to think of who that is. But yeah, Pat was pretty bummed out to hear the news too, Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh man, he was always out
Well, you
there on
know,
every water break I had. He's helping me chase.
Well, you know, the thing is, I talked to him recently and said that he would come in and help
Yeah.
with the pump station process of building and maybe making sure things are going smoothly there. So he'll check in there once in a while, right,
Yeah.
Phil?
Yes, I
Good.
will.
So,
And-
he has a little consultant here.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Pat will
So-
be happy to hear that. He's like, I'm gonna
So
go
if you
talk
check
to
with
him.
Pat- You know,
Well,
if
Pat's a great asset to the utility as
He is.
far as I'm concerned. And I've always said we should have always had a Pat on board, you
Yeah.
know.
And I
that's-
think we always should too.
Yeah.
He was wondering, he's like, do you think if I go talk to him, he'll change his mind? I'm like, I don't know, Pat.
And then, yeah, and again, I would suggest, you know, when he gets close to retirement, you know, we need to find somebody
Yeah,
That would
to work
Work
with
with
him. Yep,
Work a whole year
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Learn the ropes, yep.
yep,
I've told him that I need a long time. I need a good,
yeah. I
Can you
mean,
talk to
Notice.
Pat and see if he would be at all interested in that storage building?
okay.
Jim Norton.
So when is your
Yes,
last meeting
yes.
then?
whenever they find a replacement,
Okay.
I'd say.
John Kai, too. That was a long.
Oh, really?
Wait,
I
yeah, long time ago.
remember that.
Kent McDougal?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, is that the guy,
Guy
is that who you're
Swiderski,
thinking
That was
of?
a long time ago.
Jim Norton was the guy I was thinking of.
Oh, Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
you're in a good group of people.
yeah, of has-beens.
Okay. 3C, we have our NEMPA meeting, and this is informational. Right?
Yep. So I will be meeting with them in Grand Rapids on Wednesday and,
This Wednesday?
yes, Wednesday, August 11th at 11 a.m. Kind of getting some final numbers here for the ESA agreement.
Budget time for the detour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's, yeah, you gotta go, you can't even go through Grand Rapids. It's, yeah, you're taking some backcountry roads. I had to do that last time, so.
I haven't been that way recently. Okay. And any more, you don't have any more on the pump house because you don't know?
No.
The City of Duluth led update meeting with Municipal.
So,
So they raised the limits on that? Is that what it was, or lowered them, or what did they?
no, they lowered the limits that
Lowered
are gonna
limits.
cause a trigger for,
Okay, and we're still doing that testing?
well, we're doing this testing, the lead and copper testing. That's something annual that we do with the Minnesota Department of Health. But this is kind of out in the news, and they wanted to get the municipals on board on where they're starting at and what starting point they're having. They'd even talked about getting some funding where they could have customers replace their lead service lines.
Oh, okay.
So somehow they know a good portion of the homes that have lead service lines. And I just kind of said, we're kind of going to be in the same boat because we have aging, water lines that we still have cast, pre-70s,
Yeah. Galvanized copper
Yeah.
and lead.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
how much do you think we have?
Oh, gosh. I
A lot?
don't even know. It's,
I bet quite a bit on the west side.
yeah. Until we do, some water sewer main replacements,
it's-
then we would be replacing our service from the main to the court.
And
I
then
mean,
they
from the main
usually
to the
suggest that they
curb
do
stop.
theirs.
It's too bad that we haven't kind of been doing a survey as we've been changing meters because, Pat's been in these houses when he's changed meters. He could
Yeah.
look and see if they're a lead service or
Coming
not.
in. Yeah, I'll have to check
Usually at a
with them and
glance
see.
you can tell, sometimes I suppose not, but
Who changed the rules? Is it like the MPCA, or where did the rule change come from?
I know that was one of the organizations they had mentioned. So I think, I do believe it came down from them. These are notes from our chemist who does she's the one who does our water samples for the city of Duluth. And she kind of drew up these notes here from our discussion here. So she didn't put that in here, but I know that was one of the organizations she had mentioned that
and I know
they'd be
there's-
looking at this and wanting, I think it's going to be kind of like along those same lines as the sewer laterals where the city is having to replace and having an inspection before sale and
Yeah.
so forth. So,
That
So-
wouldn't be a bad idea to have that kind of thing changed out before sale too.
well, right, because if they've got to do it, more than likely you would think if they'd have to do sewer, probably water, but
Then I wonder, because there's language in the infrastructure bill for clean water,
There is.
and I'm wondering maybe, if you get a project and you're shovel ready,
Yeah.
to get funding,
Right, it would help out the households on that
yeah,
project.
yeah.
So they go right to their house instead of curb stop.
It's all in the services.
Yeah, it's all the service. But we do test, how many do we do a year now? 10?
for the sewer laterals,
No, for the lead water that we test.
oh yeah, we have to test 10 a year. Mhm. That's copper and lead, but when it's,
But now it's a lower
yeah.
rate.
When is Duluth having that press conference, or did they already have it?
They already did that, I believe. This is,
Oh, this is saying things that they've already done?
I know they've had public outreach. So did they? Because, yeah, outreach to participants and residents. So I don't know if they did the whole press conference, but they did reach out to the residents that they knew, the participants.
But on that slip that Pat goes out when he's working on somebody's house, maybe this should be included on that slip. Then we'd know.
Just a note.
Yeah.
And could be noted on their bill.
Yeah, that's true, right on their account.
Yeah.
And they talked about adding this corrosion control,
Yeah.
which would be right at the final treatment plant. Oh, I do have my notes here. I didn't think I did.
I saw Pat's been buying a few of those corrosion metals or whatever you put.
Oh, yeah, those for the when we're doing hydrant replacements or whatever, and he's got that he just bought the ones that are in this bills list. He's getting ready for the change out for the cutting in the new lines and so
Okay.
forth, so,
So we have them on hand.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, and then it would be about 1 to 2 years away that they would do that, where this inhibitor that they talk about in here would be, it's about 1 to 2 years away. So they were going to say that it needed to be done by 2022, I want to say, and now they've moved compliance required by, I think it's October of 2024. So we have some time to
But you
look
know,
at it, how it affects us.
As we get into this, if we can get grants or something, maybe we would send out a questionnaire in our bill to see what areas of town need that change. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
People-
and if they even know, though, that's the thing, is sometimes
Would you
the
know
homes
if
have
it's
changed.
coming into the house, wouldn't you?
Usually you can tell because it comes in and then you have a white joint and it ends up to be a ball of lead where it goes from lead to copper.
Okay,
We'd probably need to include some, like, what to look for
yeah,
in your home kind of language for those of us who aren't as skilled.
Right,
right.
yeah. But like you say
Something to
though, with
think
Pat said, he could make note.
So, and another thing they had talked about, I don't think it was in her notes, but PACE charges $250 a test for an individual. Right now, they've been charging $16 a test for Duluth, but they're working on getting it down to $40 for an individual and just adding that right onto their bills, because they said they weren't going to pay for everybody to test their water service lines for lead, but if they wanted to, they were looking at trying that way just to get a consensus of, you know, who's coming back, who's got lead lines, so.
So then the customer could just choose to have the test done?
Yes, and then they would add they would contract out, you know, and have PACE do it. PACE would bill the city $40, which in turn they would add right onto the customer bill instead of the customer having to pay $250 a test to do that.
It'd be interesting to know how much lead they get out of an existing lead service.
And they said they've got about 50,000 homes that need to replace, and they're going to do about 3,000 a year, or 3,000, not 3,000, 3% a year is what their goal is going to be.
But, and when we send out a note like that, you could tell people, when they get up in the morning, let the water run before they drink it and that kind of thing, because that helps.
Right, and that's their thing here too. They've been telling that they've got to let it run for a couple minutes, those homes that they have.
Because it'll go through and then it
Yeah.
won't be so toxic.
Yeah.
Yep. So, just something on the horizon.
I like that idea of offering a test.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can think it just gets more homeowners to get that done, and you know, you get more of a survey of the whole city than that saying, here, go get it done.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're down to our municipal power bills, maintenance bills, and income statement.
Yep.
You want to review that, guys?
You know what, I think I missed something here and I just noticed it. We've got this adjustment on here and I'm not really sure. This credit adjustment on here, I don't know if that was an error or what that is on our electric bill.
At 35,000?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna have to check on that.
Yeah, I was looking at that because I couldn't figure it out, or how it
on
Added
what
up?
it's, right.
Or netted out to that amount?
Yeah, I'll find out what that is.
So this is our new.
Yeah, this is her new bills list register, yeah.
Okay.
It's a little bit different, it's a little bit
You know what's
to
nice
get
about
used to.
this? It is, if Tammy's ever entering the bill, she can look at another one and see where it's quoted to. It's
Yeah.
kinda nice for somebody who doesn't.
Yeah. And what's really nice in the new system, once you've entered a billing and you start typing like electric purchases, it will start with that, yeah, that name, and then usually like on about half, maybe a little bit over, it will pull in the right GL code.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
Anything really up? What's 145 Kirkus Street? That new service, is that something we'll get part of that back, or?
Oh, yes, wow, yeah. I just saw that. I'm just going through this also for the first time. That's a brand new home there. Yep.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to get the breakdown from. Minnesota Power on what to bill out.
Yeah. So make sure you check that one, Sharp.
Yeah,
When they signed up for service, were told that they'd have to pay.
yes, yep. Yeah, they get, when Minnesota Power comes out there to meet, give them a cost estimate, tell them this is what we can do, this is what we would overhead, underground, so forth, they give them an estimate.
Yeah, okay. So it looks worse than it is. I mean, it looks better than it is.
It looks like, they're gonna be tearing down that 842 6th Street, so I've gotta disconnect the power, get the meters out of there and so forth. I just thought about that. One that's been sitting out there forever. Yeah. Yeah. So somebody bought it and they're gonna put a brand new house on there.
Good.
Yeah.
Do we have assessments yet?
No, but we also have an old delinquent account out there that I said needs to be paid. Yeah,
Okay,
yep.
sounds good.
I haven't seen a whole lot come through. I left a message for Rocky too on our tree trimming. He might be on vacation, but yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot come through for the vegetation management. Like, I figured we had a lot to spend this year, and I've only just been seeing a little bit filtering here and there on the bills.
I bet, I feel like we've had some storms this summer. I bet the crews are diverted to storm response.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get hit like some.
When I had talked to
Yeah.
him, he said he would be a few weeks out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe they started at the beginning of the
Jennifer's
summer and
probably
then,
right on though.
yeah.
Any questions on anything?
I'd say the water expenses look really good.
Yes, look at that. Knock on wood, this is when it should be good.
I feel
Right,
like
right.
that one can always be like a big,
Hello.
yeah.
Surprise. Okay, approval of the bills.
I'll move to approve the bills.
Support?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anything on the newsletter on the back of the utilities?
Nope. We just had a welcome Tammy on there this month, welcome our new officer, and then just talked about, I think in the top part here, there, and the bills will be going out tomorrow. We're working on that today. We worked on utility billing, and tomorrow will be our first bill going live on the new system.
Oh, that's
So,
exciting.
Yeah, yeah. And we've been just, so much tweaking, but it'll be good when it's all done. But we put a little blurb in there in the top on that we're transitioning to new software, complete new software systems, and be patient.
That's good.
Yeah, and that you can still make your payments online and in the Dropbox too, so they're not bombarded, because they're calling sometimes when we're in training and, and there's only so much staff, so.
I talked to Tammy, I don't know, a week ago or so. I was having some issues with my bill on PSN,
Yep.
and I called them, but they were wonderful.
Oh, good.
Like, it was just not showing up on the app for me.
Yeah, because the account numbers changed, so that's another, I think we also put that in the notice. So not necessarily change, it just took care of like the zeros. Remember how we'd have 01-000042?
Yeah.
So now it's 1, there's no 0 in front of the 1, it's 1-02480-00. We got rid of all those extra leading ones, so.
So I don't know if that was just me or an issue other people have, because I
Lot
always
of-
pay on the app.
A lot of people are saying, I can't see you, I don't have a bill out here, it's
but
not
they
coming up. and-
fixed it right away while I was on the phone, so.
Oh, good. Good, I'm glad to hear that, because,
Yeah.
we did get quite a few calls on that, saying people had the old, their bill from last month.
Yeah.
And it had their account number, so they're trying to type that in there, and it's not going through, and it's not finding. So, but hopefully, going forward, everything will be,
Well, I'm
the
thinking,
account numbers merged.
can you put my name on our bill?
Yeah,
It's because it's just L's.
yeah.
I have to get my passport renewed. And then,
Oh, yeah.
both of us are on there. That's
I'll get it out there so that when you get it tomorrow.
Well, otherwise I'll forget. Okay.
Yep.
Jess, do you have anything for us, son?
No, just that Commissioner Larson, thanks for your service.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. And thank you for the recommendation for the new commission member. We'll bring that forward to City Council. Char and Tammy have been doing a bang-up job with the conversion. I just hear half of it from my office, but they are busy bees and working. It's been a lot of training. So thanks for your patience with it. Hopefully we'll get her for 3 months so she can get caught up on all the other stuff. But she has a good partner in Tammy.
Yeah.
Working hard at it. So there'll be some transition, like Char said, the bill will look different, and that'll be hard for people after they've seen the same bill for so many years.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it will, there's a lot of great features of the new system, and some that we still have to work through.
Yeah.
That's part of the process.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you.
I just need a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.